on about SF, San Francisco a lot. Like, I've been seeing a lot from Wall Street Journal, San Francisco Chronicle, and they're saying kind of like, it's been going down. It was like it's the lowest it's ever been. A lot of like lot for lease buildings, and they're not getting rented out, anything else like that. And so I guess I kind of just want to ask about is like, what's your view on that? It's a
Yeah. So what I've been seeing, as you mentioned, regarding all the articles we're seeing via SF Chronicles, via even the local channels, talking about what's happening in the Bay Area real estate market. So what we're really seeing is, sellers are realistically having to come down in pricing because interest rates have been the highest over the last 25 years. So they're really going to have to take a look and really put things into perspective themselves and really come into reality that this is what's happening. Your house is not going to sell unless you make these changes. So in addition to that, although the interest rates are high, fortunately, in the last couple of days, we hear that the Feds have kind of halted at rising the interest rates. So that's good news, right? Let's stop there and let's rethink things through. So although interest rates haven't really decreased yet, and we haven't seen that, we probably won't see that in the next couple of months as the year ends. We can be hopeful, right, that we do see that decrease come spring next year.
Yeah, there's a little bit of hope for sure,
Yeah.
So what do you think San Francisco is going to come back up or anything like that? Like, why do you think like a lot of people are just like leaving San Francisco? Like they've been seeing like decrease. I mean, ever since like, of course, like the pandemic, right? And like, it's just like everyone just like left, right? And then it doesn't seem like anyone's coming back. But, and that's what I'm saying, like there is hope because even like a lot of people, they're taking that as an investment. They're saying like this is the barrel, this is like the bottom of the market for San Francisco. So that's even a lot of opportunity. Like I've seen a deal that was sent to me, like it was a 5-unit apartment, and you know how much it was?
How much?
Yes.
2 billion, 3.
Okay, so that's what you think, right? It was $950,000 for a 5-unit apartment.
What?
In San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah,
actually surprising to hear, just because you already know, like if they're SF, you're like already $1 million and up.
Yeah, and that's why I was looking at the numbers after like that, and kind of evaluating it. Like they're about making like $6,000 a month, from and it's fully like occupied and everything like that. And so like $6,000 a month for like 950,000, like it doesn't seem that bad, in a kind of like in grand scheme of things, right? So I was like, and that's what like I think that everyone's kind of seeing too, because even a lot of people, they've been buying like commercial properties, and they said like they bought it at like a 4 or 60% discount that what was sold for in 2014. So it's kind of
that's interesting. Honestly, I'm still kind of blown away that you even were able to find a property like that. Most of my clients that are looking in the SM Bay area, I do refer out because me, I ain't driving in the city. But just taking that example that you just gave, $950,000 for a 4-unit complex, right? 5-unit complex. Imagine the new program that's coming out. The new program that's coming out that's going to help investors make that opportunity possible.
Yeah.
Putting 5% down on $950,000 to get into that house or to get into that type of investment, especially if it's already occupied.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can vacate once, because it does have to be a primary residence for the first-time home buyer.
Yep.
Or / investor getting into a property like that, right?
Yeah.
But that does open up so many more opportunities, having new loan programs and being savvy about it. So that's why we're here to educate our clients on what's out there, like really talking about it. And at the end of the day, we don't want all these investors buying up all these properties, because we already know we're kind of like headed into like a more of a rental economy.
That's what it seems like for sure,
right?
Too. And so, I think it was awesome. Like I was talking to, one of our other agents, earlier and everything like that. We're talking about like, everyone, and I do see it like a lot more right now. Everyone doesn't want to put all their cash out. And so everyone's like kind of like leveraging the money more. So with that, like it kind of definitely gives a chance for like a lot more people, right? So like 5% on a 950,000, like 40 some, $45,000 initial investment 45,000, you're making like 6 grand. I mean, I'm sorry, 6 grand a month. It's like, it's kind of like, it's pretty good, right? The money you put in, you're actually making a good amount. And so
Creating real cash flow.
exactly, yeah, and kind of gets you started kind of building and everything like that. So, but no, yeah, it's amazing. And so I think, that's why there's a lot of opportunities out there right now, right? And, but
I got a question for you though, Josh. What are your thoughts as far as why people are kind of on the fence? Or what's driving them away from the San Francisco Bay Area in your own opinion?
I think just I guess a lot of people just want space, like maybe if they've lived for the city for a long time, maybe there's like I'm kind of just tired of like all that being close to everyone, so much noise, so much space, parking for sure, yeah. There's always no parking, and so I guess like everyone kind of just wants like live a more like less sound, peace, and everything like that. So that's why, and we were talking I pulled up an article over here that now Dublin is one of the highest, valued areas in the Bay Area. So kind of like, Dublin's a little far out, right?
Yeah.
And so now that it kind of tells you like where kind of people are kind of just like
shifting and
right?
moving up their what they initially had anticipated, right? Just their neighborhoods of choice. And where they're choosing to make those investments, right? Yeah. Because obviously it's like when you're going in making an investment, you want to make sure that it's a good investment. Location is key. But that's surprising for me to hear too about Dublin and how they're growing.
Yep. So it kind of just seemed like a transition. But and I think since, I always look for opportunity. And so seeing San Francisco kind of, come down like that, it's still like it's got, bay views, all that stuff. So I think in that aspect, buying right now for San Francisco might be like a gold mine, because once everything kind of goes rolling back in and everything like that, then, that valley is going to like skyrocket again. Right. So I think it's kind of getting over this hump of, I guess also everything that's going on in the world. Everyone's kind of like up in the air by everything and like what's actually going to happen. Does it happen? But, I think we're, but, how about you? What do you think, do you think like, because even like a lot of people would talk about like moving out of state, like, what do you think? You think people are going to move back in state or going to keep moving out?
That's a really good question, Josh. And to be truthful, I do anticipate people still making the decision of moving out of state. I've seen it. I've had these conversations with my clients. I've had friends that sold their property here and moved out of state. Yeah, right. But whether or not they're gonna come back to the Bay Area, beyond me, I don't know. But they are making a home for where they're at now. So their families are always gonna be here. So Bay Area, I'm sure, will always be home. But that's really what I'm seeing. Unless the prices here in the Bay Area becomes more affordable, which we don't really anticipate seeing. And that's going to be a tough one. And ultimately, it's like, again, really deciding like what's important for them, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people are just making the decision of taking their family and going elsewhere, which I respect too.
So good because I would that's how I feel too sometimes, especially because like a lot of the ideas just come in and then like you like, oh man, which idea was I on, and then you got well
that was good though. That was good.
I think I think that's why also us like informing you guys, I think it's like it'll also help you because we also want to help you too, just make sure that no one's kind of like at like what's the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
I don't know, but absolutely right. I definitely understand what you're saying. It's really taking advantage of a market like this where everybody's kind of like, I don't know what's going on and I'd rather not. It's like, this is the time. Yeah. Honestly, people are those that are basically like, as we enter into the winter season, they say everybody's kind of on vacation mode or holiday season mode, right? Where they're just like tapped out. They're focused on family gatherings and doing whatever it is that they do. But while everybody else is sleeping, you should be working or you should be doing something because what you're doing now is going to set you up for a great year ahead, right? and are finding the best deals out there.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. Because it right now, like they always say, there's gonna be a lot less competition because not everyone's looking anymore. Well, I wouldn't say more, but like not as much people are looking, and so that kind of puts you in a better position to kind of start like, okay, well, let's see what's around, right?
Yeah, exactly. Having more options out there versus just a few months back when we were looking at houses, we could qualify for 800,000. You can only find 2-3 homes that actually like fit the criteria. Like that, come on, So opening up more options, opening a lot more opportunity to negotiate is really key to being ahead of the market.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. Until next time, guys.